Hello everyone, I'm so happy that you are able to join me today for Make It Again Monday. This bi-monthly series is going to focus on my best loved products and techniques. When I use a product or do a technique that I absolutely fall in love with, I will set the product and or the card aside to come back to it, and it seems that I never ever do. So this is going to be my way of coming back to the things that I love and sharing them with you. And I'm jumping off with this series with an adorable stamp that I absolutely love by Picket Fence Studios, More Hot Chicks. Any products that I highlight in this series will be current and available at the time of the video. This is an awesome and affordable 4x4 stamp. Picket Fence Studios classifies this as a seamless stamp. This stamp has been designed for repeat stamping. This stamp can be aligned to the stamped image either top to bottom or left to right, and the result is a continuous pattern that can be used to create any size panel. For this card, I will not be doing any repeat stamping because I want a nice square image that I can highlight on my card. Well, technically I did repeat stamp, but of course the stamp wasn't moved. I wanted a nice black image. There's a lot of inking with this little stamp, and I used Picket Fence Studios Hybrid Black ink, stamped it 3 times, and also used a pressure tool to get a nice even impression. This ink does not dry immediately, so it's perfect for clear embossing. So I coat my image. I have my heat tool heating up in the background. The heat is applied to both the front and the back of the panel to minimize warping. The look of black embossing without those annoying specks. These cute little chickens are going to be Copic colored. Because the image is a little bit smaller, I'm just going to choose a medium and a light tone for each of the 3 colorways that I'm using. For my brown chickens, I'm using a combination of E33 and 30. Coloring is fast and easy, starting off with the medium tone at the base of the chicken and then simply working my way up with the light tone. Although the chickens are being colored randomly, I am trying to get some consistency in terms of the balance of the 3 colorways across the panel. The sweet little aqua chickens are being colored with BG05 and 01. And then finally I move on to the green chickens, which are being done with G43 and 40. I have owned chickens way back when, but they were just standard, ordinary chickens. And so when I went to color these ones, I did go online to have a look at some of those fancy chickens. And I'm telling you, I was blown away. I love chickens. They are so adorable. That is not the word that I would choose to describe some of those fancy chickens. They are literally works of art. The panel was finished up with R27, a little bit of red for the comb and the wattle. Then I was ready to trim down my panel. After trimming down the top and one of the sides of the panels to follow the line of the design, I then trimmed the other 2 sides so that the overall size would be 3.5 inches square. The panel is going to be mounted on red cardstock, picking up that little bit of red that is found on the comb and the wattle of the chickens. It has been trimmed down to a 4-inch square, leaving a nice size border around the panel. And after it is mounted on the red cardstock, it is laid out with the sentiment on an A2 size top folding card base. The card base is popped into the stamping platform, ready to stamp on that sentiment. This fun sentiment comes from another adorable stamp set that kind of goes along with this one called One Hot Chick. Yes, this is another one that's in my pile of favorites that I hope to use soon. Stamp is being inked up with Picket Fence Studios Black Hybrid ink. Because I'm stamping the sentiment directly on the card base, I'm not going to be clear embossing it. No amount of measures that can be taken that would prevent a little bit of warping from that heat. It is wrapped up with a whole bunch of sparkly green sequins. This was a quick and easy card to make featuring this adorable stamp set, More Hot Chicks by Picket Fence Studios. I hope you enjoyed this first video for Make It Again Monday and will join me again. As always, I appreciate your visit.